My name's Brad Strange. I'm farm manager here. It's a 400-acre farm, or 166 hectares in the Bay of Plenty. Bought into it with family, so my wife and I are shareholders. And yeah, we have 85 Hereford breeding cows and 150 dairy grazers at the moment, which raises up to 300 at a certain time of the year. Yes, I definitely feel a moral obligation to run a farm sustainably. I studied environmental management. It's something I'm quite passionate about, and came onto this farm with a goal of what I wanted to achieve. We've retired quite a big area, and we've planted 16 hectares with our elms and maples for carbon and farming sheep underneath them. Yeah, that should become a lot more profitable, and it's also quite environmentally sustainable. The challenges that we face locally are probably the weaker soil types and heavy rainfall at certain times during the year. Yeah, managing our soil and our sediment runoff, knowing your emissions. But I think for a lot of people, especially the older generations, it's going to be a big challenge. With how we operate, with doing my pasture covers, having a feed budget and knowing what we can get through the year, I couldn't do that without technology. We use FarmX for everything, all our inputs, outputs. Our farm covers all go into FarmX. We can see on a graph the supply and demand and know when we need to tighten up or when we need to feed more supplements to get through winter or a tough summer. The stock reconciliations in there, fertiliser, everything that we do on farm goes through FarmX, so any information needed can be printed out at any time. For the dairy grazers, we weigh with true test monitors and wands. It all gets Bluetoothed to the laptop. I input through to Minder, and Minder's an online app that has the national LIC averages for all the dairy grazers in the country. You can see your average against the average of the country, which is really good for us to see, and also the owners of the dairy grazers can go on at any time and have a look and see how their cattle are tracking. Any animal that comes on farm or goes off farm needs to be traced, so you need to once again use your true test gear and process it through NATE with a NATE number of the area that it's going to or the farm that it's going to, and NATE knows where all the animals are moving around the country. I use another application called Field Margin, which means I can map out my paddocks and know what size it is for fertiliser ground spreading and for spraying in case we need to spray. We have weeds in the Bay of Plenty, it's just part of farming in the Bay of Plenty. So I've worked on farms that have never operated with technology, and I've worked on other farms that have the big corporations that have lots of technology, and I like the technology. It helps me progress and knowing how I'm going throughout the year. I think it makes me a better farmer.